Ireland is famous for many things: leprechauns, the Blarney Stone, beautiful green landscapes. But Ireland also has one of the oldest vampire legends in Europe, and this one predates Dracula by centuries. She's called the Dearg Due, and every year she rises from her grave to seduce and feed. Dearg Due means red bloodsucker in Irish Gaelic. Unlike most vampire legends, this one began as a specific woman's story, a tragic tale that transformed into an annual nightmare. The legend originates from Waterford in southeastern Ireland. Long ago, there was a young woman renowned for her extraordinary beauty. She fell in love with a local peasant boy. True love, the kind poets write about. But her father had other plans. He arranged for her to marry a wealthy chieftain. The marriage was purely financial. The chieftain was cruel, vain, and abusive. The girl was miserable. She tried to refuse. She begged her father to let her marry the boy she loved. But her father valued gold more than his daughter's happiness. He forced her into the marriage. The chieftain didn't love her. He wanted a beautiful possession. He kept her locked away, mistreated her, and showed her no kindness. She withered. Not physically at first, but internally. Her spirit was dying long before her body. Eventually, her heart gave out. Some versions say she passed because of a broken heart. Others say she stopped eating. Either way, she died young, unloved, and utterly betrayed by everyone who should have protected her. They buried her in a small churchyard near Strongbow's Tree in Waterford. But death wasn't the end of her story. On the anniversary of her death, something stirred in the grave. The earth moved, the grass parted, and she crawled out. But she wasn't the girl who'd been buried. She was something else now, something hungry. The Dearg Due had been created, a female vampire, risen to exact revenge on the world that had destroyed her. She walked through the night to her father's house. When he opened the door, he saw his daughter, beautiful as ever, but cold, dead. She embraced him, and she drained his blood. Then she went to the chieftain's estate. He too recognized her. His dead wife returned. She seduced him, drew him close, and drank him dry. Here's where the Dearg Due differs from most vampire legends. She doesn't stay awake year-round. She rises once a year on the anniversary of her death. For a single night, or sometimes a few nights, she walks the earth. She feeds on young men, preferring those who are handsome, vain, or cruel. She's drawn to beauty and cruelty because those are the things that destroyed her. Her method is seduction. She appears as she was in life, heartbreakingly beautiful, charming, alluring. Men are drawn to her. And once she has them alone, she feeds. Then, when the night ends, or when she's fed enough, she returns to her grave. The earth covers her again, and she sleeps for another year. This annual rising made her particularly terrifying in Irish folklore. You couldn't permanently kill her, you could only contain her. Unlike Dracula, the Dearg Due can't be killed with a stake through the heart, or at least, traditional methods don't work permanently. The only way to stop her annual rising is to pile stones on her grave, heavy cairns of rock that weigh her down and prevent her from clawing her way out. In Waterford, locals knew which grave was hers, and every year, before the anniversary of her death, they would add more stones. It became a tradition, part superstition, part community protection. The stones represent not just physical weight, but symbolic containment. You're acknowledging that she can't be destroyed, only held down. It's a truce, not a victory. The Dearg Due has some key differences from other vampire legends. She's specifically female, and her vampirism is tied to trauma and betrayal, not a curse or a bite from another vampire. She made herself into this. She only rises once a year, unlike vampires that are active nightly. She's tied to her specific grave location. She must return there. She can't simply relocate or travel freely. She feeds through seduction, not force. She uses the beauty that was once weaponized against her to destroy others. And most importantly, she can't be killed, only contained. Some scholars believe the Dearg Due legend influenced Sheridan Le Fanu's Carmilla, the famous female vampire novella published in 1872, which itself influenced Bram Stoker's Dracula. The grave near Strongbow's Tree in Waterford still exists, and locals will tell you people still add stones to certain graves in the area, just in case. Because the thing about the Dearg Due is this: what if you forget? What if one year nobody piles the stones? What if she rises and nobody's prepared? The legend persists because the fear is simple and primal. A beautiful woman destroyed by men, returning annually to destroy them in turn. It's revenge, it's justice, it's tragedy turned to horror. And unlike vampires you can hunt and kill, the Dearg Due reminds us that some things can't be destroyed. Some wrongs create monsters that endure forever. You can only keep them contained, keep them sleeping. But every year, on that anniversary, the earth shifts, just a little. And somewhere in Waterford, people are stacking stones, just in case. The Dearg Due is a uniquely Irish vampire, born not from a curse but from betrayal, from a father who valued wealth over love, from a husband who valued possession over humanity, from a society that treated women as property. She's a reminder that sometimes the real monsters are the ones who create the vampires. So if you're ever in Waterford, near Strongbow's Tree, and you see a grave piled high with stones, leave them there. Add one if you can, because the Dearg Due is patient, and she only needs one night.